Good morning, everyone. Well, day 31 has begun. 7 a.m. It's got to be what then? September, what was that, Monday, Tuesday, 8, 9, 8, 9. September 9th, I think. Yes, September 9th. You just lose track on trail. But anyhow, September 9th, day 31. We're at kilometer marker 780.8 total into the trail. We're looking for around 30 kilometers today. Jasper here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for following me. Please like, share, comment. Do subscribe if you have not already. Press that little button to notify you whenever I upload a new video. Hey, we're heading into the forest. We just left camp just moments ago after coffee and oatmeal and a couple of arrowroot cookies just to start the morning. Breakfast number 1. Heading to Lion's Head. Although we will not make Lion's Head today, it will be tomorrow. And there we will pick up some supplies. And from there continue pushing north, ultimately to Tobermory. So far, so good. I'm starting to get kind of wearing in the hips. Aching, kind of nerve type pain. But I've had that before. I'm familiar with it. Dark in here this morning. Cloudy. It's going to be another cloudy day all day. Cool. I think the weatherman said it might be 14 degrees Celsius or something for a high today. But really, for this time of year, we're really getting some really cold temperatures and gloomy. Temperatures should be much warmer, and we should be getting some sunshine. Oh well, nothing we can do about it. Okay, we're going to be starting into a climb here, so let's get to it. Some really interesting kind of cave formations along this bluff. Man, actually a lot of history here. A lot of history right here. Huh. The trail proves to be challenging today. Ever since we set out this morning, it's been kind of challenging, demanding, testing, working for every step. But I think in a lot of cases that's what one comes to expect from trails like the Bruce Trail or the Appalachian Trail maybe. Yeah, I think so. Lots of trails. The Long Trail, that I'm told is really challenging. Oh, we've definitely got a rock scramble here. Oh dear. Yeah. Whoop. Okay. So far so good today. So far so good today. Wow. Glacial potholes formed about 10,000 years ago in the last ice age. Now that is amazing. Wow. Absolutely amazing. There's a sign here. Oh, one says poison ivy. Okay. Hope Bay glacial potholes. Yeah, 10,000-year-old potholes formed in the last ice age. Granite rock carried by glaciers from east side of Georgian Bay, along with tremendous pressure and water flow, scoured the softer limestone during an ice melt. Wow. So there we go. There we have it. Amazing. Here's the trail. Too busy looking at signs and yakking, I lose the trail. But here we go. Just take a look at some of these views from on top of the escarpment. Absolutely beautiful out there. My goodness. And we've had quite a bit of heavy thunderstorms, some wicked winds, heavy rains over this last little while. And here is just an example of one victim of those high winds. That's a big old tree right there. But again, just pushed over by those winds. Wow. Okay. The trail today is definitely challenging. Lots and lots of hard work. The progress is slow. Of course, we're making headway. Not as fast as we might like to, or we might at other times, but we're still making headway. We're still moving forward. No doubt about that. We're doing just fine. But just that, a little bit of a slower pace, simply because this morning's terrain has been really challenging. I'm just checking the time. So right now it's 12:25, so it's basically lunchtime, and my legs feel like they've done already a full day of hiking. And I honestly don't think we may be 12 kilometers into the day, if that. So that's how difficult the terrain has been today. But anyhow, that's fine. With every step we take, we move one step closer to the destination, to the goal. Yes, we do. Let's take some of those steps right now. Today is just one after another beautiful landscapes. Absolutely gorgeous. My goodness. As we progress further and further north, the landscapes just become more majestic, more overwhelming, more emotional. Just absolutely amazing. Also, the trail, and we knew it would, becomes much more challenging, much more rugged, much more wilderness. Yeah, very challenging indeed. Much slower going today than any other day we've had. Again, just because of terrain. Yeah. Well, everybody, just a little day 31 update on today's and tomorrow's kind of overall plan. So as we push north towards Lionhead. Right now we're about 27.5 kilometers from Lion's Head. Again, the terrain's been horrendously difficult today, slowed us right down. However, tomorrow I'm hoping to enter into Lion's Head somewhere as early as possible in the day, but it'll be somewhere in the afternoon, probably later in the afternoon, but we'll see how we make out the rest of today. For a small resupply, and then straight out of town again, continuing north towards Tobermory. So that's the plan. I'd like to be leaving Lion's Head tomorrow no later than 4, even 3 in the afternoon, which gives me lots of time to push out of town, out of the community area, and into an area where hopefully I would find a nice camp spot for the night. So that is the plan for today, continuing pushing towards Lion's Head, see how many miles we get in, and tomorrow getting into Lion's Head, small resupply, quite possibly, if we have time, and it would be really nice, a little bit of town food, and then pushing on north. So yeah, just wanted to give you that little bit of an update, and right now is actually probably the first time today we've been in a nice trail environment, out of the tree canopy. Even though it's just gray, it is a lot brighter and it's a lot warmer outside of that tree canopy. Still a gray day. We had a little rain earlier this morning, but nothing too much. But yeah, this is the nicest trail here we've had all day. So I almost feel like slowing down just to make the nice trail last longer. But uh-oh, there's a right turn, which means the nice trail may not be lasting too much longer. Who knows? We'll see. I hope it does. I hope it does. Oh, it's just the way the trail bends. Okay. Yeah. Great. Okay. Yeah, feeling tired today. No doubt about that. And I had a good sleep last night. At least I thought I did, but just feeling tired. Well, we will be getting a motel once we get to Tobermory. And I'm thinking Sunday, and that's probably a good day to arrive. Don't want to get there on the Saturday if I can help it, simply because the Saturday night rates are probably more expensive than the Sunday night rates. But we'll see. See how it works out. Take a little look here at the beautiful, beautiful lake below. Wow. Absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Okay, we're going to continue. Barrow Bay, northern Bruce Peninsula. Well, good morning everybody. Well, Jasper here, day 32, and we've just crossed into the northern Bruce Peninsula. We're on a very short road walk as we bypass or skirt around some private property from a Bruce Trail parking area just behind us. And it was just behind that parking area, in some kind of weedy but field land, where we spent the night, and it was perfect. What wasn't perfect, all night rain, this morning rain, right now it's backing off a little. That's good. It's supposed to end around 9 o'clock or so, 10 o'clock this morning, then stay grey for the rest of the day. However, after that, we're seeing a significant improvement in weather. Tomorrow, I think a shower here or there, but sunshine. And after that, looks like the next week of sunshine. Cooler temperatures, a lot cooler temperatures again, but sunshine. The sunshine, believe me, will be a very welcome reprieve from the constant grey and rain we've had for possibly the last week now. So this morning, slightly later starting, had to basically wait for the rain to back off enough so I could break camp. So under my vestule, I did make myself some coffee, and I had one of my cereal bags and a Kit Kat bar for breakfast. So we're good to go there. Again, a recap today: resupply 15 kilometers down the trail in Lion's Head, and then we're going to push out of Lion's Head a further 10 kilometers for somewhere around 25 to 27 kilometers for the day, something like that total, to an overnight rest area on the Bruce Trail, which I believe is called Reed's Dump. However, I could be wrong, but it's showing on the map. So that is our kind of plan for this day. Again, pushing north to reach Tobermory, hopefully by Sunday. Today is Thursday, so I guess September 10th, give or take a day. Hey, good morning. There's nowhere else I'd rather be, although whew, nose is running. Could be a little warmer, could be a little drier, but anyhow, we're doing fine. Let's go. Yet one more magnificent view from atop the escarpment. Again, more grey sky, but clearing, hopefully clearing. As we approach the small community village, if you will, of Lion's Head, we're starting to see lots of day hikers. The day hikers come to Lion's Head to hike the famous Lion's Head lookout over the cliffs. We just booted by there. It was full of people. It was of no interest to, well, the lookout is of interest, but there's just lots of people. So I just kept going. I've seen it before. There's also lots of beautiful views, as we've seen some already, from the cliffs as we push north. Some are a lot less kind of known about and traveled. Only the through hiker would actually see some of those. So the tourist ones we just kind of pass by. You know what, that reminds me of, by the way, don't forget, I have a second YouTube channel, Gary Clayton Photography. Please check that out. But what it made me think of was, when I go to Iceland, creating videos and capturing images for my YouTube channel, Gary Clayton Photography, I've often, and 90% of the time, I bypass the popular areas for tourism. And I do that because it's simply full of people. I go to a lot of areas where there's simply no one there. Areas that I've just found, just stumbled upon, that have been absolutely amazing. So yeah, it's sometimes, good day folks, it's sometimes better just to kind of head to your own kind of destination, off the beaten track, do your own thing. Because in Iceland it's worked amazingly well for me. There's beautiful places I've gone to that I look at and I think there can't possibly have ever been other people here. It's so remote and yet amazing, and so challenging to get to. Okay, looks like we're coming to a little bit of a trailhead here. Yeah, you see, Lion's Head Lookout. Yeah, map. Somebody lost a cap. Please take your trash with you. Where are we? You are here, and we're going to follow this trail around and then into Lion's Head. Okay. Oh, look what we've got. McKay Harbour 3.6, Lion's Head Lookout 1.6, first look 600 meters, and the Lion's Head pothole is 400 meters from this location. Okay, off we go. The main street of Lion's Head and the Bruce Peninsula. Wow. I don't know if there's any kind of cafe or restaurant open, but we're gonna have a look and see what we can find. And of course our resupply, which should be just down here and turn right down to the food land, I believe, if memory serves me correctly. I think it's at the next corner we'd make a right turn. Here's the hardware. I might stop in the hardware to see if they do carry butane, and then I'll know for the way back, but we'll see. So when I went in the store and asked if they carried butane, they said they did. But when I got to the shelf just to take a look at it to make sure, the shelf was bare. So the gentleman said, well, the truck should be here tomorrow. I thought, okay, but on the bare sections of the shelf he had, I didn't see anything that identified butane. So I'm not 100% sure if they have it or will have it. And that's okay. I'm not saying I'm going to need it. I just may, but we'll see. Okay, here's the Foodland parking lot. And this is where we're going to resupply, right in here. Resupply, check. Lunch in a restaurant, city food, check. Large coffee, check. Okay, we are fed, we are resupplied, we have full water. In fact, I should just check, make sure I did put those back in there, and I did. Hey, now the app on the maps that I use on my smartphone, the app has crashed, which means I have no information on the trail ahead, other than Google Maps for the terrain. But all I can do now is follow the blazes. I have no maps. So having said that, I'm going from memory as far as distance is concerned, and I think it's around 75 kilometers now from here to Tobermory. So Today's Thursday. It's, I think, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Man, it's cold out. Wow, it's cold by the water down here. It really is cold. I'm surprised. Everybody's wearing long pants, big coats. Well, anyhow, so it's Thursday, so Friday, Saturday. So I'm guessing Sunday, without kind of going crazy, I will arrive in Tobermory. It's also probably the best time to arrive, simply because the rates would be better on Sunday in the motel than the Saturday night. It's expensive here. This little town here in Lions Head is expensive. There's a motel over in the distance there, if you can see it by the water with the flags outside. I stayed there last year for one night on my through hike of the Bruce Trail, and it was by far the most expensive hotel that I stayed at on my hike. So I definitely don't want to stay in Lions Head. That was the reason we actually ended up staying in Wyton. But we are going to have to when we get to Tobermory, because we're going to need to charge the battery packs and so on, as well as laundry, bath, and everything else that goes along with that. So yeah, so hey, beautiful little community though. So the problems of no longer having the app for Bruce Trail, or it not working right now, is, as an example, well, I know I'm on trail because I see the blazers, fine, but I have no idea how far I am to my overnight rest area of Reed's Dump. Did I go past it? Is it ahead of me? Is it signposted? There are some that are not. I have walked right past rest areas several times, not known they were there, simply because of a lack of signage. So again, without the app, it makes everything navigationally challenging. The only thing we have to go on as far as being on trail is simply the white blazers, and the only thing we have to go on as far as, say, rest areas or side trails are them being signed, such as a blue sign for a side trail with blue blazers, and quite possibly a blue sign that says side trail to Reed Dump, something like that. If that exists and we see it, great. If it doesn't exist or we don't see it, well, I guess we're just out of luck. However, we've gone the full day without the app now. We're still on trail. We're heading to Toby. Everything's fine. We're safe. Good food, good water. Low bridge ahead. Right here. Oop. Down we go. Oh boy, lower than I thought. There we go. We're underneath. Okay. Okay. Just about broke my neck on a rock, but that's okay. So we continue to look now for the Reed Dump side trail sign. I'm guessing it could be around 1 kilometer away from me, or it could be 100 yards, don't know. But I think about 1 kilometer would work out reasonably right, time-wise, pace-wise, and so on. But that's very much a guesstimation based on past performance of other days. Yeah, so once we get there, we'll have a look, set up camp. From there, if memory serves me right from the planning I did yesterday with the app, it's 65 kilometers to Tobermory on trail. So, like I said, that's fine. Okay. Reed Dump Side Trail. 210 meters, dead end trail, leads to overnight rest area at Georgian Bay. So, indeed, there is a sign. It is blazed. Now let's hope there's free space there. Because I've no idea how big of a location it is, how many camp spaces might be, and how many, if any, other hikers are using this camp this evening. Right now it's somewhere around the 4:30-ish, between 4:30 and 5 o'clock. So it is the time that the hikers would be arriving, be it just overnight hikers or through hikers. As we already know, there's not that many through hikers on this trail, but in this area there are quite a few overnight hikers that come out and do use these rest areas. So we'll see. Well, camp is set up for the night. Right behind me, nestled in the trees, there's my home for the evening. My tent, sleeping pads inside, sleeping bag liner. I've had food. Because I ate later in the day at the restaurant in Lion's Head, I just had an orange and cookies right now with coffee. I'll probably have something a little later before I actually go to sleep. But yeah, day 32 has come to an end. Below me, you can't see this from here, but through these trees and down at the bottom, maybe you can hear the waves, is the lake. I'm going to listen to those waves crash throughout the night. Beautiful way to kind of serenade me to sleep. Thank you. I'm delighted about that. Lots of water down there, so I did get ample amount of water. So I will be leaving here tomorrow with full water. Kind of an interesting little kind of overnight rest area. It's kind of a pathway, if you will. And then along the pathway is little areas where a tent could be set up. Like right down there, for instance, spot for one tent. Right over here, spot for one tent. It's a little damp. I noticed a little damp in here, or a little wet. And that's the continuation down there of the side trail, which takes you down to the lakeside, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's turquoise. It's just like the Caribbean. Also, there is a latrine further down the trail. Here it says toilet. The toilet is, another kind of 100 yards or so past where I camped. But there's lots of little spaces here and there where a person can set up tent. Usually these places are actually quite busy. But I'm the only one here tonight so far. It's getting later, so I don't think anybody else will come now. Fire pit right here. Also a small fire pit right there. But you know what? I think that would actually make a better tent site right in there than a fire pit site. And a big fire pit right here. Although there is a sign that says no fires right there. But anyhow. And then just further past my spot, maybe other little areas along the trail here that other tents could set up. Like, for instance, quite possibly a little tent spot in here. Maybe not. Maybe that's not flat enough. Maybe here. But there's several all through there. So, as you can see, several tents could actually camp through here. Probably a good 7, 8, maybe more, possibly even 10 tents could get in here on a busy night. But tonight, it looks like me, myself, and I will be the only ones here. Hey, day 32 has come to an end. Jasper here. Thank you so much for following me. I think we've got 2 more nights on the trail, I think, before we hit Tobermory. Again, with the app going down, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's 2 nights. I think 2 more nights on the trail. We hit Tobermory. We're going to take a break there. Are we going to take a 0? I don't know, but at least 1 night in a hotel, if not 2. And then we're going to start our southbound journey back the way we came. Another 900 kilometers. Wow. If this was just the through hike of the Bruce Trail, the 900 kilometers, I'd be done in a couple of days. Oh, wow. Oh boy, we'll see what happens. Hey, you all have a good night. Day 33 is going to start in the morning, bright and early. So it's about time to kind of wash my feet, put some cream on them, get myself kind of comfied in for the night. We'll see you guys in the morning. Good night.